3,330 pounds, an Apex 191 RBS couples camper with dinette slide. Coming back to us here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. The folks are upgrading. We sold this to them a couple seasons ago, and this is what I call time capsule clean, because it looks like this thing came straight out of our wash bay. It looks like the owners cleaned it even further, and then it looks like they put this thing in some kind of freeze frame time machine until today. This is take your shoes off when you walk in clean, guys. Something to be aware of too is that this one can be fully travel accessible with that slide closed, but you have to plan ahead for it. So what you got to kind of do here is, like, you see that you can easily get through here. You can get to all your kitchen-y stuff, and you see the bathroom door open. You're going, oh, neat. But to do this, you do have to plan on having that bathroom door open before the slide out is closed. Now, to do that in transit, obviously you don't want this door flying around. So you need to do something like put a little door stop and really wedge it in there so that door isn't jiggling around in transit. So it can be travel accessible very, very easily, even though it might not be straight out of the box. I wasn't joking. Take your shoes off when you come in this one. It is clean, ladies and gentlemen. So this is small camping done right, and that's something that Apex really, really excels at. It's one of the reasons I love having them here at Haylett RV in the new RV market. They do everything that really matters. Like, what's easy to see is that this is a narrow body, but what's a little less perceptible is that it's not much more narrow. It's a 7.5 foot body. So you get more room to walk around both sides of that bed. You get actual, normal, functional hanging closets on both sides of that bed. And I also like the fact that they, well, you get to see my legs and my little hand floating around in the mirror right now. But they angle mount those wardrobes to reflect and direct more light into the center of the RV to make it look and feel larger. Right along with that, I don't use fisheye camera tricky lenses because I don't want to start a relationship with a customer based on deception. This does have a 2.5 inch mini vaulted roof right here so that the whole thing looks and feels bigger. The RV has a fully aluminum skeleton, which keeps this thing light, plus the AZDEL substrate below the sidewall fiberglass also keeps this thing light and weight. On top of the table, you see the original owner's packet. We give all of our Haylett RV customers so that they have a place to keep all their manuals and instruction manuals and all that good stuff, warranty registrations in one spot. This dinette has storage below it. It can fold down into an additional sleeper if need be. And this is where you start to see how good Apex is. Like, you look over here and you can see that they actually have a nice vertical pantry here in this little camper, which is something a lot of small RVs lack. Now, as I move up here, and my feet are kind of slip sliding around since I'm just in my socks inside here, and the floor is so darn clean. It's like I'm trying not to lose my balance. I feel like I'm ice skating. Previous owners installed that TV, so that is an aftermarket feature that was not in here initially. And you might notice that little silvery chain dangling down. That is on a swing arm mount, so it is very easy to view from the dining area. Large overhead cabinet here below that full-size 13,500 BTU air conditioner. And whether it's the dining table or these countertops, any of the tops in this Apex are going to be a sealed edge pressed membrane thermofoil material, meaning basically water can't seep into those things unless you manage to drill a hole through it or something like that. So we've got a split sink with a 60-40 split. So this thing also has 30-30-30 holding tanks, 30 gallons fresh, gray, and black, which is a lot for a small trailer like this. If you're going to be off-grid boondocking, you want to use the little sink to sip off those tanks. If you're going to be in a park where you can use more water, you can afford to use the bigger sink. Now, they instead of an oven that I know some people use, but I also know that over 90% of people don't use, they put a microwave down low, where it's also a little bit safer if you have a hot liquid like soup that you nuked up real quick. Below that's our furnace, and our refrigerator with small freezer pocket over there as well, and that is gas and electric for traveling friendly function, and just the ideal Keurig coffee maker corner over here. And all this is well and good. A lot of good features so far, but the bathroom is really where this one shines brightest compared to almost anything else in this class. When you start getting into little campers like this, you don't get storage like this in the bathroom area. You've got another pocket right here next to that toilet as well. We've got good legroom in front of this foot flush toilet. And notice, little camper, but it actually does have a sink in the bathroom, so you're not washing your bathroom hands in the kitchen sink. I know some people really don't like that. We've also got a skylight above the shower for some extra headroom there for taller folks like me, and a power vent fan here to help exhaust that extra heat. Just like the inside, the outside's as close to flawless as you could ever hope a used camper to get. This thing is in clean condition, and I really like the nice large pass-through compartment that you get under that north-south walk-around bed down here. And I also like how it gives you wide access doors. So if you actually have nicer outside chairs, you don't have to just use, the folding bag chairs. I just noticed something. When this was first built, this had one propane tank. The Apex Nano series only has a single propane tank. Previous owners upgraded to 2 tanks with cover and regulator. That is cool. They also put a power tongue jack on the front of this, so there's 2 upgrades right there. In some respects, I guess this thing's better than factory fresh, and still time capsule kept. Short little bugger too. You know, if you've got a appropriate tow package SUV, you know, you got like that 4,500 or 5,000 pound towing SUV, and you're looking for a little couples rig, man, this thing all day long, it's easy to manage. The narrow body is going to be less pushy behind you, less headwind resistance, but it's still wide enough when you get to your destination. It still feels good, especially with that slide that they have there. You can walk on the roof of this for service reasons if you need to, by the way, so when it is time to whip out the ladder and do some cleaning, no sweat. Previous owners also added that spare tire slipcover, which is another thing this would not have had when it was brand new. So, man, I tell you, there's some really good aspects going on here. Power awning, and this is an easier to tilt variety of awning. So now it does not have lighting along the base. That's something I want to point out real quick, because that's one of those things that you hear me talk about all the time, is lighting under the awnings. This was made the year before they started doing that on the Apex Nanos. That being said, some method of outdoor awning lighting is really not hard to add. One last thing, if you're not familiar with AZDEL, that's the material under the fiberglass skin, and it's what's allowing this 7.5 foot wide trailer to maintain the weight of a 7 foot wide trailer despite being physically larger in body. This stuff is a Luan material substitute. It is lighter weight. The material itself cannot rot, mold, or mildew. It's also a little bit sound dampening to keep your RV a little quieter inside when you're camping, which is nice if you're a lighter sleeper. And God bless, this is clean. I mean, you saw me take my shoes off. I ain't exaggerating. This is clean. Give us a call. I don't think this one will last too long. This is a popular model when it's brand new, let alone when it's used in thousands of dollars less. Good for you guys. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.